Imagine a school where every student is rich. Except one. A school where power rules, beauty decides, and secrets never stay hidden. Today, I'll tell you a story about a scholarship girl they tried to break, but ended up fearing. Haven High was not a normal school. It was the most elite high school in Abuja. A place built for the children of the rich, the powerful, and the famous. Everywhere you looked, the school screamed luxury. Marble floors, glass classrooms, air conditioning in every corner, a music studio with world-class equipment, a science lab that looked like something out of a movie, students stepping out of convoys every morning, drivers opening doors, bodyguards standing by. It was a world built for the crème de la crème. And in this world, there were three girls who ruled like queens. Tanya, the leader, beautiful, confident, feared. Leona, the fashionista of the group. Brianna, the one with the sharp tongue. Together, they called themselves the Haven High Queens. And everyone else agreed, because no one dared to disagree. But there was someone who didn't fit into this world. Her name was Nengi. Nengi was the daughter of a civil servant. Smart, humble, and very hardworking. She got into Haven High on a full scholarship after topping her old school. She was supposed to shine here. But instead, she was drowning. The rich students treated her like she didn't belong. The queens led the mockery, calling her charity case, local girl, and worse. Slowly, the bullying crushed her confidence. Her grades dropped. Her teachers noticed. Her homeroom teacher even called her parents. They warned her. If this school is making you fail, we will pull you out. But Nengi begged them not to. She loved Haven High. The labs. The books. The resources. Everything she needed to chase her dream of becoming a surgeon. So she stayed. She worked harder. But the bullying never stopped. One Monday morning, excitement spread through the halls. A convoy of expensive SUVs lined up in front of Haven High. Students rushed to windows. Three boys stepped out. Kelvin, Adrian, Maya. All handsome. All tall. All dripping money. They were from Abuja too, but had lived abroad since childhood. Their parents sent them back to Nigeria to reconnect with their roots. Within minutes, the school named them the Princes of Haven High. Girls started following them around. Boys tried to act like them. But the princes were cold. They barely spoke to anyone. Especially Kelvin, the richest of them. His father was said to be the #1 billionaire in Abuja. Nengi admired him secretly, just like every other girl. But Kelvin treated her like she didn't exist. When Tanya noticed Nengi looking at Kelvin, it triggered her. Tanya liked Kelvin. And she couldn't stand the idea of a scholarship girl dreaming about him. From that day, Tanya made Nengi's life worse. She spilled water on Nengi's books. She mocked her lunch. She humiliated her in the cafeteria. She insulted her in front of the princes, who never reacted. Nengi tried to endure. But every day felt darker. Until the day Daniel arrived. Daniel was a college intern sent to assist the math teacher. He was young, maybe 20. Tall. Calm. Intelligent. Students whispered about him the moment he walked into class. During a lesson, he saw Nengi solve a difficult math problem in seconds. But when he checked her test, he saw she had failed badly. He pulled her aside. "You're smart, Nengi. Why are your grades like this?" She didn't know how to answer. Slowly, Daniel got to know her. They talked. He encouraged her. He gave her confidence. Her grades began to rise again. And for the first time in months, Nengi smiled. But someone else noticed too. Kelvin. Kelvin began asking his friends strange questions. What does Nengi like to eat? Why is she talking to that intern? Is she close to him? Adrian and Maya were confused. Kelvin, do you like her? But Kelvin ignored them. When Tanya saw Daniel and Nengi laughing together, she was furious. She wanted Daniel's attention too. So she plotted. Meanwhile, Kelvin watched from afar, pretending not to care. But every time Daniel spoke to Nengi, Kelvin's eyes burned. The princes had been cold to everyone. But now, one girl was breaking Kelvin's walls without even knowing. Nengi's life seemed to be getting better. But she had no idea a storm was coming. A storm that would change everything. Kelvin, just say it. Do you like Nengi? He frowned. No. I don't like her. I just don't want her getting hurt by some random college boy. His friends exchanged looks. They knew he was lying. But Kelvin had already made up his mind. He told them, "Find out who this Daniel is. I don't trust him." Kelvin didn't confront Daniel openly. Instead, he began quietly competing with him. If Daniel helped Nengi solve a math problem, Kelvin would suddenly answer even faster in class. If Daniel encouraged her, Kelvin would find a way to correct her. But in front of Nengi, Kelvin acted like she was invisible. However, behind the scenes, Kelvin watched her every move. One day, a rumor started spreading. Daniel was expelled from his old school because of cult activities. Students whispered. Teachers looked worried. Nengi was scared. She didn't believe Daniel could be bad, but the rumor was everywhere. Kelvin pretended to be shocked. But inside, he waited to see if Nengi would distance herself. Instead, Nengi went to find Daniel. But Daniel found her first. They met in the school garden. Daniel looked hurt. "I know about the rumor," he said. "It's not true about me. There was a cult clash in my former school. But I wasn't part of it. The real members were expelled." Nengi believed him. Their bond grew stronger. Kelvin saw it, and jealousy consumed him. Time moved quickly. It was their final year. Nengi and Daniel became closer than anyone expected. During a quiet moment, Daniel asked, "Nengi, will you marry me?" She was shocked but happy. "I want to marry you too. But after university." Daniel smiled. "Then let's get engaged now. Just a promise. After you graduate, we marry." She agreed. Nengi told her parents. They met Daniel. They were impressed, respectful, intelligent, stable. He was in his second year studying petrochemical engineering. Only 4 years older than Nengi. Her parents said, "We want to meet your parents too." Daniel agreed. Because they met at Haven High, they decided to hold their engagement party there. The day of the event arrived. A courier delivered an expensive dress and jewelry to Nengi. She stared at it, shocked. How could Daniel afford this? Then a convoy of luxurious cars arrived at her house. Her neighbors stared. Her parents were confused. Daniel had sent the cars. At Haven High, the school hall was decorated like a royal event. Teachers dressed in their best. Students whispered. Tanya and her friends came just to mock Nengi. When Kelvin walked in, his face fell. His friends didn't know what to say. He had denied liking Nengi, but his eyes were full of pain. Then the crowd gasped. A long line of wealthy guests entered. CEOs, politicians, billionaires. Even Tanya's father wouldn't fit in this circle. Kelvin stood frozen when he saw his own parents walk into the hall. "Dad! Mom! What are you doing here?" His father smiled. "We were invited to the engagement party of the heir to Dynasty Oil." Kelvin blinked. "Dad, the person getting engaged is just a college intern." "Daniel, he's not." His father stopped him. "No, Kelvin. Daniel is the heir. The next CEO. He's the future of the largest oil empire in the country." Kelvin felt the world tilt. Learn from him. He's humble. He cares about people. He'll be a great leader someday. Kelvin stood speechless. Moments later, the CEO of Dynasty Oil walked in. Beside him, dressed like royalty, was Daniel. Daniel, the intern, the quiet young man, the one Kelvin had spread rumors about. Teachers bowed. Students stared. Everyone who mocked him hid their faces. Daniel greeted them politely. He treated the teachers like colleagues. Then Nengi walked in, confused by the crowd. Daniel took her hand and told her, "I didn't lie to you. I just wanted to live a normal life. And then I found something priceless. You." Nengi didn't know if she could fit into his world. Daniel promised, "My family will treat you like their own. You are safe with us." The engagement was a success. The queens were humiliated. Tanya couldn't speak. She whispered to her friends, "How did a poor girl beat me to him?" Kelvin stood in a corner watching everything. His fists clenched, his jaw tight. He whispered to his friends, "I can't lose her. I don't care who Daniel is. I will fight for her. Nengi will be mine." His friends stared at him like he had lost his mind. If you'd like a second part, please tell us in the comments section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you're notified when we post new stories. Thank you and see you next time. Bye.